Howdy, all more Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. Uh, so, I've been working on my base. Like I said, I wanted to build a little house for my workshop, give it a little more space than what I currently have. And, something is running through over here. I think it's a pig. Oh no, it's a chicken. And yeah, so I've been doing quite a bit of work on that, and then oh, bad kitty. That's what you get, kitty. Uh, and then I accidentally walked off the back of my platform, fell all the way to the ground, and as you can see, it is nighttime. And then a bear charged through the fence, and I mean, the opening was big enough for him to come through, I guess, and attacked me. I feel like there's no way that guy doesn't come for me. That's probably better for me if I shoot him from a distance. Oh. I did spend a bunch of points so that I could get more raw resources. So I do have Miner 69er and Motherlode built up now to 3, I think. Oh, 4. 4. I also put a point into heavy armor, just to help out with that a little bit. And a point into garage mechanic? Grease monkey. I could not remember the name of that skill. I had a lot of points, and then I gained another point while I was mining. So I spent 5 points today. And also I keep forgetting to reset my spawn point. So, I mean, when was the last time I worked out of here? Like 3 or 4, maybe 5 episodes ago, and I still haven't reset my bed. There are a lot of chickens out today. What is going on with the chickens? What are these guys doing down here? Ah, crap. Well, maybe in a little bit of trouble. That makes it a little less trouble. That makes it even less trouble. I feel like my bullets were not hitting him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Somebody made a horrible noise, and there's nobody left alive. Technically, I guess they weren't alive to begin with. That's right, another bad kitty. Right. Now, let's see if I can maybe wander my way home here. Nope. Nope, we got a Crawley and Bad Wolf. Speaking of Bad Wolf, oh man, I am out of ammo. I have 12 shots left. This is awful. Alright, that's a little less awful. I know we talked about Doctor Who, and I talked about the one guy that I chat with about Doctor Who. Well, he sent me some messages last night. He has finally finished watching the new Doctor Who. He's the one who read that it was awful, and so he, without watching it, told me it was awful. And then I watched it, and then so he, yeah, I don't have enough bullets to make it home. I would have been better if I'd have just stayed on the road rather than trying to cut cross country. Oh, I know, he's cold. I don't care. I don't care it's the middle of a blizzard, apparently. If I pick this up, and then the next time I die, I should pop in closer to my base, right? I at least wouldn't be here in Snowland. Which would be... Oh, you know what? I got coffee. That should help. So he sends me a message. He's like, I finally finished the show. It was meh. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, well, I liked it. And then just, talked about the little bits that he said he liked, and then how the rest of it was meh. Which I don't agree with. I guess my issue is that I can't see how it's any different than any other season of Doctor Who, other than maybe it doesn't have as many big war moments. Like if you go back 2 Doctor Who seasons, not seasons, 2 Doctor Who actors, I mean. So not the one we're on, not the one before. So we're talking 6, seasons ago, right? 6 seasons. When I'm not talking recent history here. Like, that's probably like 7 or 8 years ago. Um, that doctor had a couple of major, like, war footing, gathering groups of people together to fight moments, right? And uh, and so um, man, we're so close to daytime here. I'm gonna see if I can take this guy. Okay. And so yeah, so 8 years since the parts he remembers as being, some of the most exciting Doctor Who moments to him. Ah, crap. Go away, kitty. Oh, he isn't like that zombie. Ah. Can you not kill these things? Punches? Oh, I did, and then I died. No, and then a zombie came to chew on me. Okay, we'll get to see where I pop up now. Uh, I guess the doctor before this one kind of had a moment or two. That didn't get me much closer, but at least it got me out of the cold. Um, Even this doctor had a moment or two. He just didn't like her moments. And I'm pretty sure it's because it was a her instead of a him. I mean, not that directly, but that's a major part of the controversy. But beyond that, I don't see any difference. And then he goes on. He's really doesn't like. They added in. Okay, so he's not a Doctor Who fan from old school Doctor Who. Uh, he's just not, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him not liking Doctor Who for any particular reason, but it's weird to me that he liked a lot the previous Doctor who didn't act like Doctor Who to me, and he doesn't like the current Doctor who does act like Doctor Who to me. Uh, because as I've said before, Doctor Who's all about saving people. That's what Doctor Who does, and the one he really likes, almost every episode would be like, people die, we should move on. Um, until his companion got in trouble, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I'll destroy the universe to save her." For no, there was no reason given in the show why he was so attached, other than she saved his previous self. That was it. Uh, and it was such a weird, like, it it's a giant series, so it's not complex because they don't follow continuity very closely. So if something isn't the same in one episode than a different episode, they just ignore it. They just go on about their business. And so when I was watching Doctor Who, and this ties into some of the stuff here. When I was watching Doctor Who, I remember as a child. No, I did not watch Doctor Who as it aired as a child because this stuff is way older than I am. It came out in like 1963, right? And but as a child, they would air it on television. reruns of it, and I'd watch those reruns. And I remember when 12 regenerations, which is how they switch actors, was all that was allowed. 12 regenerations, because the one dude, one of the bad guys, the master, would steal regenerations because he was beyond his 12. Um, and so it wasn't a big deal. And or that was a big deal. What I didn't know was that those 12 regeneration numbers was something that they created later. So there's a lot of Doctor Who that takes place before they came up with this 12 regeneration stuff. Like, it wasn't a rule when the series started. It wasn't a rule until like Doctor 4, I think is what I read. Um, and then during Doctor 4, that's where they came up with 12 regenerations. So it's not even a canon thing. And so or it wasn't a canon thing at the beginning, canon meaning these are the rules of the show. And so during one of those early episodes, pre 12 regenerations, they showed images of previous incarnations of the Doctor, which were not the current or any of the actors. They said, I was reading about it, they said they wanted to get some famous people in to be these other Doctor images that he could have been. And then they decided, I think budget reasons, they just used stage crew. And so they put images of stage crew up. And so there's like, I don't know, five or six of them or something that are not the actual actors of the show. Yep, there you go. You can see what I've gotten completed so far on my new workshop area before I fell off and smashed up my leg and died to a bear attack. Oh, look, the bear is still there. That guy right there killed me. And on top of that, I was not aware, but bears have a pretty long reach. And I tried to hide behind the pillar. He was getting me through the pillar. Now he can hang out there while I go get some bullets. So this is still, I'm still on track here for what I was talking about. So they had already kind of established in the show that there were other doctors who were not the actors for the show. And then later they changed what they were doing. Where'd that bear go? There you are. And implemented their 12 life rule, and then never mentioned that one episode where there was, dang it, will you stop falling off of this thing? Where'd that bear, oh, there he is. Oh, I think he died. Are you dead? Okay. Wasn't sure if he was going to turn around and attack me now. So, so then we come along to the 11th Doctor. And then during the 11th Doctor's show, they introduce the War Doctor, who wasn't one of the doctors in a show. He was just a new doctor for that specific episode, or a couple of episodes. And so now we've got that 11th Doctor is technically 12th Doctor. and which means this doctor is the last doctor according to the doctor rules, right? And I remember being like, man, what are they gonna do? Because this is it. This is the last doctor. How are they gonna get by with? I filled this up with stone. Why can't I? Oh, because you got no lumber. What are they gonna do? And so what they did was they changed the rules on the show for the 12th Doctor, technically the 13th Doctor. Uh, and so um, they had established somewhere in the show that the Time Lord Council was in charge of. Oh man, I just need. How much more do I need? I just need one more. I need one more. Thank you. To be able to get the. Oh no, I need more than one. Sorry. Totally didn't realize this was my corner. Um, and so uh, they decided how many lives people had. Um, and I mean, the Time Lords live for a long time, anyways. So 12 lives is not like 12 human lives. 12 lives is probably. I don't even know. I don't know how long a life of a Time Lord lasts before they have to regenerate. Hundreds of years, though. And so. Um, so, right, so rules are 12. 12 and done. That's the rules. It's important that I stress that's the rules. Because then the show was very popular at the time. And so they decided, well, we don't want to. Oh, I should have done that. We don't want to end our popular show just because the show has a rule that there's only 12 lives. So we will grant the Doctor more lives. Only we're not going to give it a number so that people can't complain that he's gone past his 12 lives. Although we had. And they didn't. Nobody. I mean, there was some like, I can't believe they're doing this. What's the point of having a rule? But there wasn't a giant uproar about a change to the established rules of the show, right? Uh, and so they regenerate into the 13th Doctor, technically referenced as the 12th Doctor, because they don't count the War Doctor in the number of doctors, because the War Doctor is called the War Doctor because he's not the Doctor. And because he broke the promise. Although it turns out he didn't. And so this is where we get into the discussion of the current Doctor, and having finished the episodes, they made some additions to the Doctor Who lore. Some additions too. They did not necessarily change a show that already ignores its own continuity, and allows things that don't fit to happen all the time. Um, but nobody threw the fits that I have seen, as I have seen for the current Doctor. Oh, did I not grab that cement out of there? Or concrete, or whatever I'm making here? Concrete? Uh, oh, nice. We made it all the way around. Okay, and then I need one more little spot there because I want to put my bed in there. And so I think it's kind of interesting, but they've got uh, another set of doctors who the Doctor isn't aware of ever having been. And that just blew everybody's mind. How is this possible? I mean, it's not like we didn't just do this for the 11th Doctor and had the 11th Doctor um, meet up with a doctor that he was unaware of. No. Or I guess he was aware of it, just that he didn't consider that version of themselves to be a doctor. Doctor being the title. Um, so no, this new one, well, she can't be because that completely changes the number, and so how can that be? I mean, how could there possibly be more doctors than the 12 that everybody considers to be the canon doctors? Ignoring the fact that they already showed in one episode that there were other doctors. But that was considered an apocryphal episode because it couldn't be accurate because of the 12 regenerations. Although I would suppose that maybe the 12 number got introduced after, since it didn't come up until a later episode. It could have just been a new rule that got instituted, and not necessarily a rule that had always been there. I don't know. I haven't memorized every Doctor Who episode to know what it says. And so, ooh, he does not like that. He does not like that they just randomly come up with this new Doctor, and so he's trying to find any way he can to call it a plot hole in a show that has two different episodes with two different reasons for the destruction of Atlantis. uh, you know, for a show that has a bad guy called the Cybermen, and almost every time the Cybermen show up, they have a different origin story. Or how about the fact that Daleks aren't supposed to have any emotion other than hate, and every other episode with Daleks has Daleks who feel. Right. The show doesn't follow any rules. It's just a weekly episodic for the most part. People running around and doing good things for people on other planets that are being attacked by monsters kind of show. It's a bit like Supernatural, um, only not as intense. And so the new thing he's got, he's telling me why the new seasons of Doctor Who are bad is because the the new, not the newest, not Jodie Whittaker, but this other new Doctor who had never been seen before. Her TARDIS, which is the spaceship thing that they fly around in, also looks like a police box. And how would that be possible when the original, the very first Doctor episodes, um, you know, that guy is the one who stole the TARDIS, uh, and uh, and it wasn't a police box when he stole it. The thing is that they don't. I don't think they have the actual story of where he stole it. Like, that's not a thing. They added in a thing later, and it doesn't look anything like what the original show showed um, the TARDIS is looking like when they're not in their chameleon disguises. Uh, and so the very first time they ever show the TARDIS, it looks like the police box. And it almost never changes from being a police box. Is this only 4 wide? I should be able to get away without actually putting anything in here, I guess. Whoops. I am going to have to get some more lead. You have to have lead to make windows. So I can't put the windows in place. And I was wondering if I shouldn't have a little stairway up and onto the roof here, because I do tend to like to look around. So I think I might do that. Can I make some stairs? Stairs. Not wooden catwalks. Oh, are wooden catwalks stairs as well? Are they all the same thing? Let's just go with 10. I shouldn't need too many here. But yeah, it was I don't know. It's like he's just nitpicking to try and find something he doesn't like. How do I change? There we go. Okay. So this is, it goes up 1 block. So let's do that. Whoops. Like that. And then we'll just have it come out there. And then put another one there. There we go. Well. I like the little half banister just sticking up here. I do like being able to stand up on top, though. But yeah, it was just every time he comes up with a reason, I'm like, okay, let me look it up. Because like I said, I don't have the episodes memorized. Let me make sure, you know, is it a loophole? Is it a loophole that she calls herself the Doctor? Because that's the name he chose. And I'm like, is it though? Like, yeah, they said it was the promise that he made. So how can she be the Doctor? I'm like, I don't remember him choosing a name. He just was the Doctor in the first episode. Because I have watched the first episode of Doctor Who. And sure enough, it's not. It's oh look, it just went away when I built that block. It's not a thing. It was a thing that they did for this whole storyline in the 11th Doctor. Um, but before that, it wasn't a thing. Uh, Wooden fences and railings. Okay. No, I don't want that many. Let's make 30 though. We'll see what this looks like real quick before we finish. But yeah, if he doesn't want to like it, he should just say he doesn't like it. But he doesn't. He keeps trying to come up with reasons why it's okay not to like it. Okay, I clicked on it. Okay, so there are corners, so I don't want to do the corners with this. Okay, this is what I want. Try to use my mouse wheel to spin it. Oh, I did not make enough apparently. Make me like 10 more. Oh, and then you go and you switch back. This. Nope, that needs a corner piece. Bam. Okay, so now we'll switch this to corner pieces. There we go. Got a nice little balcony overlooking things up here. Put some, I don't know about this. Here, this is a different kind of mess, but you know, I should probably put I bet there's whoa, whoa. How about we stop being so crazy with the axe, man? Huh? Um, oh, you know what? I already have those, right? Come on, I think I saw there was just a... Yep, there we go. Although it looks like crap compared to the rest of it. Well, I think this is where I'm going to call it. So with that, be better than the small things, lean to the light, and I got it. I will talk to you later.